Imagine a situation where you are pursuing an important goal, success in your career, personal relationships, or inner happiness. You spend a lot of time, energy, and resources striving for the result. Every action you take is aimed at getting closer to the goal. But the harder you try, the further your dream seems. This creates disappointment and loss of motivation. Many people face this situation and do not realize that it is not a coincidence. Behind this lies a fundamental principle, often unnoticed, the law of reverse motion. The law of reverse motion seems paradoxical. Its essence is that the more you strive for something, the harder it becomes to achieve it, like running on quicksand. The faster you run, the more the sand pulls you in. You tense up, engage all your muscles, but the resistance grows, and moving forward becomes impossible. Epictetus, one of the founders of Stoicism, said that most suffering arises from the desire to control what is beyond our influence. When a situation gets out of control, we experience anxiety and tension. But if we loosen our grip and don't expect too much, the result comes on its own. For example, a person who has worked for many years and dreams of a promotion invests effort and time hoping for recognition. The more he tries, the stronger the stress, which spoils work, relationships with colleagues, and overall emotional state. In the end, he may not get the promotion, but instead face burnout. He continues to work hard, but no longer focuses on the result. He begins to enjoy the process, and paradoxically, his efforts are noticed. The promotion comes by itself. This is an example of how the law of reverse effort works in life. The same principle can be applied to the pursuit of happiness. Many mistakenly think that happiness is something to be earned by setting conditions for joy. I will be happy when I get a new job. I will be happy when I find the perfect partner. Such thoughts make happiness seem like an unattainable goal. When we tell ourselves, I will be happy when, we create in our minds the idea that happiness is something distant, and the stronger the desire, the farther it seems. But when we stop seeking happiness as a goal, it begins to manifest in simple and everyday things. The smile of a loved one, the smell of fresh bread, the warm rays of the sun. Happiness does not come when we actively seek it. It appears when we allow ourselves to simply be in the moment, without excessive expectations and striving for more. The law of reverse motion is especially relevant in the modern world, where everyone strives for success. We are taught to work tirelessly, sacrificing personal life and rest for goals. But it is precisely in rejecting imposed ambitions and accepting the present that we can find true happiness and harmony, without chasing the unattainable. We are offered the idea that the more effort we put in, the faster we will achieve success. However, the paradox is that many successful people think differently. Real breakthroughs in life happened when they learned to let go of the situation and stopped fixating on the result, starting to enjoy the process. Ancient philosophers understood this principle. They knew that excessive striving leads to inner resistance and obsessive ideas. When a person is overly fixated on a goal, it creates anxiety and stress because they do not yet have the desired result. The stronger the anxiety from the lack of result, the greater the inner tension. This tension often becomes the main obstacle on the path to success. This principle is connected with the idea of the path of least resistance. Water flows not because it breaks through stones, but because it flows around them. We can learn a lot from nature. When we strive for a goal at any cost, life becomes more difficult. It's worth letting go of the situation, and everything moves by itself. Many might think this is a call to passivity, but it is not. The law of reverse action does not say to simply sit and wait. It is about an internal state of action, when we act without excessive tension, allowing events to unfold naturally. Being attached to the result is not necessary. It is important to set goals, but not to turn them into obsessive ideas. Do what you can and trust the process. It is inner calm that allows effective action and achieving more. This law also manifests in interpersonal relationships, affecting the quality of communication and trust. The more a person tries to please others, the more they lose their individuality. This causes suspicion and alienation, not respect and admiration. Those who remain themselves and do not try to please everyone earn respect and admiration. Sincerity and self-acceptance are valued much higher. We are used to thinking that success is the result of hard work and constant effort. But excessive fixation on the result often leads to the opposite effect. The law of reverse action teaches, sometimes the best way to achieve what you want is to let go of control. The less you obsess over the result, the easier it is to achieve it. This law is closely connected with accepting the unpredictability of life. We cannot control everything around us, and the sooner we accept this, the easier life becomes. Accepting events and changes helps to let go of unnecessary expectations and stop worrying about the outcome. This brings inner freedom and peace. When we learn to accept what is beyond our control, we feel inner freedom and peace. Sometimes, life leads to unexpected outcomes. We can start by accepting that things don't always go according to plan. This opens the way to new opportunities and personal growth. Often we strive for one goal, but end up with something completely different, more valuable and unexpected. This is the law of life's reverse flow. The law of reverse flow teaches us that efforts do not always lead to the initially desired result, but the outcome can be even better than expected. Sometimes life itself leads us on its own path, changing direction and opening new opportunities that we could not foresee in advance. It is important to find a balance between actions and letting go of control. We need to act consciously without becoming too attached to a specific outcome. When we begin to master this law, many things start happening on their own, and we become relaxed, confident, and open to new experiences. It is quite possible that the very moment we stop striving hard for a goal, it comes to us by itself. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the Kanashi, Lucky, and Corey channel to support development and new useful videos. Write in the comments if you have encountered situations where letting go of control helped you achieve success and change your life for the better.